How is it going, everyone? Dax here, and today we're reacting to another MK video, reacting to r/Funnyandsad, Instant Life L. I don't know where this is going, but I like the sound of this video. Let's get straight into it. And away we go.
Here's a picture of me about to make the biggest mistake of my damn life. Your mom was ready with the camera way faster than I ever would have thought. The hairstyles girls love. The hairstyle girls hate. What? A man in Ohio ate and drank nothing but beer for 4
Is it because where they're living, right?
Faster than I ever would have thought.
It don't matter about what your hairstyle looks like.
Love. The hairstyle girls hate. What? A man in Ohio ate and drank nothing but beer for 40 days and lost 44 pounds. Which is impressive, since when my dad did all that, all he lost was the kids in the divorce. I'm sorry. He ate and drank nothing but beer for 40 days and didn't die? I'm a little bit confused about this story. Look, it sucks, man. It sucks that your dad had a problem. But what's up with this Superman that only ingested alcohol for 40 days? I'd like to learn more about this psycho superhero of craziness. Wasn't Wade Boggs, was it? When the cashier asks if you'd like to make a donation to the poor, you know, I'm something of a poor myself. You know, I don't mind doing the rounding up bit. That's not really a big deal to me, you know, rounding up by a few cents here, 20 cents there, whatever. All I know is I'm giving the giant corporation tax breaks. But when I do the rounding up, I personally am not giving them very much of a tax break in that regard, as far as I know. But, you know, it's a way to donate little amounts here and there without feeling too bad that Panda Express gets a giant chunk off their tax bill. You know what I'm saying? I think Billy has an imaginary friend. Is that normal? Sure, I used to have loads of imaginary friends. It's nothing to worry about. Is that guy okay? Does that guy need a friend? I could be his friend and I'm not imaginary. Unless. It's ridiculous how $10,000 could literally change my life and a lot of people's lives, and billionaires could spend it on, like, a hotel room for one night or some dumbass old bottle of wine. It is actually amazing how someone that rich could drop that much money. Like a debt-ending, life-altering amount of money for the average person, straight up. They could drop that on just about anything you could imagine.
Could you imagine living that life?
Like you said. A bottle of wine, like you said. Eating dinner at Club 33, like you said.
This person can't complain. They're a vegan. You know, if you have to be vegan in this world, you have to spend more money. That's a fact. They can't complain. Plus, they're probably a photographer. They're probably earning a lot of money too. What they saying?
They could do anything.
This is a hypocritical response.
By that honestly. There's only one type of bra for me. Algebra. Oh, I thought it was gonna be no bra. You know, I'd love to see the iconic image behind this meme, like in full. Like, there's got to be like a raw original post out there, right? Unless
he's CGI'd in, right? I reckon not CGI'd. CGI'd? He's probably like photoshopped in.
I'd like to know the behind the scenes for this. What in the world is going on here? Did they plan this? Because he's just straight up doing math. He's got a nerdy t-shirt. Looks like a nice enough guy. How old is this? How are all these people now? I'm just curious. When you have zero corruption because you call it lobbying. That's right. If you give it a different name and a middleman, boom! There you go. It's legal to bribe anyone. Hell yeah. Lobbying? Although, it's a lot easier if you're a billionaire or a giant multi-billion-dollar corporation. Comcast, Apple.
I'm part of this. I don't understand it though, but what does it mean?
There's me! And more, of course. There's a lot more. It's not just those three, you know? Adulthood is finding out everyone does except you. No, it's not. I've met one human being in my entire life personally that I can know for sure has tried it.
Depends where you live.
What the hell do you mean everyone does except you? Maybe outside of my circles, sure. Outside of the 20 close people I am friends with, sure. Every other adult is doing right, okay. I graduated from law school 6 years ago with $250,000 of student loan debt. But after years of hard work and tens of thousands of dollars of payments, I can officially say that I now owe $315,000. Hooray! Man, you gotta make partners somewhere. You gotta get that mega paycheck because you are paying for a house worth of scam. Like, for real though, that amount of money is just absolutely unfathomable on school. I don't care what the
This is why most like big businesses that like the entrepreneur people, the ones that are the big ones, like look for people that haven't gone into education like this because they're just constantly look at that debt, man. That is crazy.
The school is.
I don't think I've had that much money in my life.
I don't care what they do. I don't care how high level the goddamn education level is. I don't care. $250,000 and then because.
To be fair, though, a lawyer, you done that back quite quickly. You're a lawyer, for Christ's sakes. But then you might not even... That's the thing, though. With education, you might not even get anything in that field, bro. That is how bad it is.
Interest 315? Nuh-uh. I don't care what school it is. It's not worth it. What are some things that sound like compliments but are actually insults? You're beautiful in your own way. Yeah, I can see that. It seems like a bit of a backhanded compliment for the most part, right? 404 error, page not found. I wasn't looking for a page. I was looking for several sheets. Now, where the hell did they go? I asked, what's the worst thing that could happen if we canceled student loans? And all I got was a bunch of people that would essentially feel upset because they paid theirs. Yeah, we gotta wipe this crap out, dude. There's too much debt. There's too much debt. There's too much debt. There's just too much debt. Okay?
I think there's too much debt.
Come on! Hand of God. A heartwarming concept where the nurses tie 2 gloves filled with hot water to stimulate human touch and to comfort the isolated patients. That is a nice concept. There's something a little bit off about it to me, but I do appreciate where they're coming from. If $15 an hour is too much for minimum wage, then $85 an hour is too much to pay our senators to literally do nothing. Yeah, I get so tired of hearing how much people at this level get paid versus what they...
This is UK as well. Oh, I've got a lot to say about this, but I won't because I don't go into politics on this channel. Politics are just... Politicians are the worst. Just... They're next to media in news with the worst people ever created on the planet, but ever jobs created on the planet given to people, literally ruining people's lives and making a hash up of the world.
They have to do. They get all the healthcare they need. I don't think this is in the US. If this is, I couldn't tell you. It just doesn't seem like it. Regardless, these guys get all the benefits. They get some mad cash, and they get to fucking sleep on the job. Is that? Yeah, that's 4 separate people that are asleep right there. The key to success, according to rich people, versus real life. Hard work, money, luck, and knowing the right people. Yeah, just look at how many people in
I can't stress knowing the right people enough, bro. That's how you do it in real life.
Hollywood had mom or dad get them their first breakout role. Or their first role.
Like the amount of people genuinely out of school that got their jobs from knowing someone or actually being a family member is literally the crucial reason why they do the job they do today.
Anything at all. I mean, when you got that last name, it's gonna be a lot easier for you. Sure. Luck is a giant part of so many things for people as well. Why can't I find a guy like this? Oh, hey, no. I'm literally the guy in the picture. You know, I saw the original of this one time. I don't think this is it, unless it is, and I'm totally mistaken, because I've seen so many different versions that I just can't really tell anymore. But judging by, well, the way some of this...
Yeah, like that's way too detailed. That's way too detailed. And then her profile picture is pixelated, so it's like, yeah, nah, that's been altered.
Artifacting looks. I would say this isn't really the original. Yeah. One day Jesus will return and punish everyone I don't like. One day all these woke companies will go broke. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this one. They're the same picture. Honest to God, that is probably my least favorite word that's ever come about. It used to be totally fine. It was used in totally normal circumstances. And now it's... Is dog whistle a proper term? I don't think that's the proper term here. All I know for sure is it usually means you're a whiny little baby. Like, honest to God. Oh, Barbie's too woke. Oh, Haunted Mansion's woke. I think I know what you mean. We're not going to get into what you mean here, but I'm pretty...
I get what he's getting at, but I hate the word as well, woke, but I do understand the things behind the word, and they are pretty... Everything's pretty woke nowadays, not going to lie. But I agree with him, I hate the word, but some things are just insanely pushing a genre on you, and no one wants that.
Be sure myself and everybody else in the world knows exactly what the hell you're talking about, so maybe just say what you mean, dude. Say it. Oh, I miss you so much. Aw, that's so sweet. I mean, you totally cheated on me with the girl you're still dating, so you have no shot, but that was so sweet. Also, I'm totally going to send her a screenshot of this. Please don't. Please don't. Oh, are you going to try and cheat back?
He got the mock with the SpongeBob meme. That's how you know that it's personal. When that happens.
That's what you were trying to do, buddy boy. Not gonna work. Suck some balls and grow up. How about that? New window tint designed to prevent police brutality. Wait a minute, they're gonna get pulled over because now those old people are just staring at the cop while they're driving by. Oh, don't do it, don't do it.
Not looking forward.
Gonna find out. 2009, median home price $185,200 and minimum wage is $7.25. 2023 median home price $436,800 minimum wage $7.
Minimum wage is not
$23 median, $85,200, $36,800, minimum wage, $7.25. Okay, just wanted to check on people that were...
That's an American thing then, obviously. Because minimum wage here has gone up, but it's just not enough still.
In Congress and how much money they've been getting paid. So for all members of the House of Representatives and Senate, starting in, surprisingly enough, 2009, they began getting paid $174,000 per year. Okay, in 2023 dollars.
Speaking of senators and stuff like that, politicians in the UK can choose to give themselves a pay raise. Where, I don't know if that's the same in America, I was just wondering if anyone could tell me if that is, but I think that's bloody disgusting. Imagine being in control of your own promotions and how much you're earning is just absolutely insane. And 9 times out of 10, they choose to get more money for doing... What are they doing? Supposedly running the country, which I don't see.
That's $219,000 a year, I guess adjusting for inflation. But to this day now, they're still earning $174,000 a year. And to my knowledge, they get all kinds of fun little government benefits now, don't they?
Potters.
It's so amazing that that's like 3 times the median household income, or at least it was. Lord only knows what it is now, 3 years after reading this article I found. It's great. Go ahead and continue to not pay the average person more. See how long that actually works out for you.
Guys, we're losing him.
Me. Why can't Medicare negotiate affordable drug prices? Big Pharma. You know how I'm rich and bored and have no moral compass? Yeah, we do. We certainly do. Look, I'm not by any means a fan of billionaires, but I heard that Mark Cuban did launch a website that will help you get access to your drugs for a fraction of the cost, all depending on the drugs, and they're working to expand that list further all the time. See, that's the type of thing that billionaires should just be doing for fun, because that automatically, for like 12 cents for him, I know not literally, please don't think I actually mean that, that's the sort of thing that we're wanting billionaires to go back to doing.
Do you know what? My brain weren't twigging. They don't have free healthcare, do they? So they have to pay for everything, which is kind of crazy. Here to a certain degree, it's kind of free unless you're getting a prescription and buying it, and you have to be working and over a certain wage. But that's crazy.
Building libraries, giant homeless shelters, fixing shit. But no, other than that one little baby thing, I'm kidding. Of course, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has also been pretty big as far as I remember.
Yo, this is so American, I don't know where it's going.
I'm not 100% sure. There are a lot of things I have not kept up on over the years. But, you know, billionaires, why can't you go back to doing good things just for fun? You still have infinite money to do whatever the actual hell you want afterwards. And don't even come at me about liquidity versus stocks and stuff like that. I don't give a shit. When Elon Musk was able to pull $44 billion out of his butthole to buy and destroy Twitter, I stopped believing in that crap, okay? All he had to do was sell like 3 things and he was good to go. All right, so sure, yeah, it was really hard for him to get a hold of that money. Barbie, my product was first launched in Japan. Oppenheimer.
Oh,
that's great. Really super cool, man. I love history. I love history. You're fired. You're being let go. You've been promoted to customer. You know, I think the joke has run its course. I still say it personally. I think it's funny for the most part. Yeah. But I really ran out of steam with that joke when I worked at Comcast, and they would literally threaten us with that phrase. They would make jokes about it, but, you know, when you ask them, what happens if this happens? Well, you'll be promoted to customer. All right, what's next?
Never heard that.
Why don't you just grow a pair of nuts and say, we'll f***ing fire you? How about that? That hurts less.
Personally.
You know, it's a little less creepy. It turns out they raise morale in jail like they do at work. You know what? I've got a sneaky suspicion that this works ever so slightly better on them than it does people in the outworld. You know what I mean? On the outside, just because I don't know what the food conditions are like in prisons, but given how that place looks, just visually, I'm sure they're eating stuff that barely constitutes food. So this is some.
And that's free, guys. Yeah. These free guys get 4 pizzas? What the hell?
I guess. Still not good. $36 billion to add dental, vision, and hearing coverage to Medicare. Or $50 billion to send to a random country that most Americans have never heard of. What random country have most Americans never... What are you talking about? Is this talking about what I think you're talking about? Because I'd really hope so. This kind of reminds me of a chat I had with someone a couple of years back, and they thought that America's big problem was NASA, because we spend like $19 billion a year on NASA, and man, we should be fixing our problems.
If they think that, they should worry about their military spending.
Here at home first.
I'm not pro-America, and I know how much they spend on that. Jesus.
We won't do that anyway. What's that $19 billion gonna do? Really think that there aren't other places we might be able to make some slight goddamn adjustments? None at all. Preferred pronouns are easy.
I'm not being funny. If you're a country lending money, it's not given. It's like a loan, so they're gonna get their money back eventually. So it's like investing. The countries are investing in other countries. That's what they're doing.
It's just like how everyone calls you Nikki because you asked them to when you were born with the name what? The Chinese Communist Party is building missiles and we're arguing over gender pronouns. China's laughing at us. Oh, God, shut the f*** up, dude. Homeless people are lazy and should just get a job. Mental illness, disabilities, abuse, discrimination, exclusionary design, real estate cartels, price gouging rent. That's right, it's all real. That's definitely something to believe in. I don't think houses are magically jumping up to the prices they are out of just inflation or anything like that, you know? Also, what's the percentage of homeless people that are, veterans? You know, the people that we're so patriotic for and we thank at the grocery store. And we do all these things and we talk about how much we like them and how thankful we are for them and their service. And yet when one is sitting on the side of the road with clothes that are falling apart, you just drive the f*** on by because they're a lazy alcoholic that they did it to themselves. Right, sure. Don't look into that anymore, for sure. Calling a black POTUS married 25 years to one wife with 2 children, no mistresses, affairs, or scandals, the Antichrist, but a white POTUS married thrice, 5 kids by 3 women, mistresses, affairs, and scandals. POTUS? God's anointed proves your religion is white supremacy. I don't want to be controversial or nothing, but if I work a full-time job, I should be able to live in a one-bedroom apartment by myself and not starve myself to make rent. Yeah, that should not be a controversial opinion in any way, shape, or form. If you're working a full-time job or a couple of part-time jobs, you deserve the right as a human being to be able to afford to live. And yes, living does require a space that isn't disgusting, falling apart, too cramped like a prison cell, blah, blah, blah. It does include normal living accommodations that aren't dangerous or nasty. I complain about it all the time, and I'm so tired.
This video is so political. It's meant to be funny and sad.
The people that bitch about, like, you want a 1-bedroom? Why don't you just
get... I don't want to be talking about politics.
Why don't you get a studio? You know, why don't you be more thankful and do this and take less and do this and take less? As if a 1-bedroom is anywhere close to the televangelists with 45-bedroom mansions. But okay, sweetheart, she's the problem. Right. If you were paid $13...
Who's the commentator for this? It's Robert. He's going off today. He's pissed. He's had a bad day and he's taking it out on this channel.
A year? A year? $13 a year? Why does that sound like such a strange number? Oh, I see what you're saying. Right, okay. Never mind. It took me a second. That was just a weird metric. You still wouldn't be as rich as Jeff Bezos. Starting from the Big Bang, of course. Yeah, that goes back at least 12 years. So yeah, you would not have nearly as much. I remember my mom's Uncle Joe died and got cremated. And we were on the way to the funeral, and she said she wanted some coffee, and my older brother said, well, we got a box of Joe right here, and that didn't make her laugh. Well, it sounds like your mom doesn't have a sense of humor, okay? Because I feel like Uncle Joe would have appreciated the hell out of that joke. Every single day on this app, people just...
But they didn't mention when he mentioned the joke. It could have been on the way. It could have been after, straight after. There's a time and a place, buddy, and that probably was not the time.
That's how marriages used to last for 50 years without realizing the hell grandma went through, because she didn't have the rights we enjoy today. How long has no-fault divorce been around? You know, where you could divorce somebody without, you know, some legal grounds or something like that? Because wasn't there something going on with the boomers where, like, half of them weren't even like allowed to get divorced, like the women just couldn't leave? There's something weird going on. Don't ever take these questions I ask at face value. You should take them and look into them, because I'm going to. Okay. I'm not going to spend like 40 minutes doing it right now. But yeah, there is something to be said that grandma went through hell and she didn't have the rights we enjoy today. There was some wild going on, all right? Yeah, marriages used to last for 50 years. Have you ever seen grandparents with a perfect marriage? I know that there's some out there that still love each other very much, and that's awesome that they were able to do that. But what's the percentage of marriages that lasted 50 years where they're both really content with their lives and decisions and each other? Because I gotta tell you, my grandparents were married for like 60 years, and they didn't fucking like each other very much in the end. So maybe, just maybe there's something that could be said there. I don't know. I'm not married, so bank.
Mine did. Mine really did.
Banks when a single mother overdraws her account by $3. Banks when they do no risk management and need $50 billion from the government immediately do not blow up the economy. Haha. Oops. This doesn't have anything to really do with the meme at hand, but I do love this saying, even though I'm going to butcher it. It's not going to be that accurate. If I owe the bank $500,000, that's my problem. If I owe the bank $500 million, that's the bank's problem. There's gonna be a slippery slope here. It's funny that businesses are begging for workers instead of just getting those robots we're told will so easily replace us if we raise the minimum wage. Yeah, they're realizing that that's still not quite ready yet, you know?
Okay, well, yeah, we're not doing sad and funny again, or funny and sad, whatever that was. That was just a ride, man. That was a ride. We're not riding that ride again. That was a good video, though. Have a good rest of your day.